Okay, so we essentially have two methods to use. We have a t and we have a check. Typically, if you're going to have to use the t, they will put a number or a letter on this altitude here. Okay, so which method do you think we are going to use on this first one? A t. So we want something over something equals something over something. So how do you think we can set up this t? We want to make a t with our pen. So what over what equals what over what? What? No, 2 over y, yes, equals y over 8. You have to go back over that y to get to the 8, right? So think about where your pen leaves off and follow it. Did that make sense at all? Anybody know the other way I could write this one? Instead of going 2 over y equals y over 8, I could go 8 over y equals y over 2, so backwards. Same answers. I get 16 equals y squared, so cross multiply. And how do I get y squared down to just y? So what's y equal to? Awesome. Okay, B. T or check, do you think? Check. Okay, be careful on this one. Something over something equals something over something. Who knows what the first something would be? We want to make a check mark. Close. Not 6z, but 6 plus z. Because that distance is not 6 times z, but it's 6 plus z. So 6 plus z over 4 equals 4 over z. Perfect. Now, this one's going to take some algebra. I want for you to see how far you can get on this, and it's going to be with quadratics. I'm going to cross multiply, right? What's 6 times z? What's z times z? Equals 16. What I need to do is I need to get everything to one side together, right? So I'm going to have to move the 16 over, but I need to write it in the correct order. So which term comes first? Z squared then, plus 6z then, equals. Now I'm going to factor this. When I multiply, I want negative 16. When I add, I want 6. What two numbers multiply to negative 16 but add to 6? Okay, so this factors into z minus 2 and z plus 8 equals 0. But that doesn't give me my solutions yet. How do I find my solutions? What? There we go. Z minus 2 equals 0. Z plus 8 equals 0. So what would z equal here? Or here? Negative 8. Okay, this is a distance. Z is a distance. It represents the sideline. So do both of those answers make sense as answers? No. Which one makes sense? 2. Why does negative 8 not make sense? Yeah. Yeah, we can't have negative distances. So negative 8 does not make sense, so our answer is z equals 2. Okay. C, a check or a t? Check. How would I set this one up? This one's a little easier. Well, we want the whole distance, right? What is the whole distance? 12 over equals over a. Hey guys, if they asked you the geometric mean on this one, your geometric mean is the 6, because the 6 is what both triangles share. Okay? Cross multiply and I get 36 equals 12a. So what does a equal? Look at that again, please. 6 is what compared to this 12? Half. So doesn't it make sense without doing the math that this number down here should have been half of that to make that 3? Okay. All right, D. We have 3 variables we are going to solve for. Which variable in this situation would we have to solve for first? So if I solve for z, I would have to do something like y over z equals z over x. We have to solve for x first. How am I going to set up solving for x? what? 16 over 14 equals, there we go, 14 over x. All the way back, forward, over. Okay, go around that corner. Cross multiply and I get 16x equals 196, is that right? Divide by 16, divide by 16, what do I get for x? 12.25. Okay. All right. Once I've done that, what can I solve for next? Y. How am I going to solve for y? So this one should be really quick and easy. What is y then? 3.75 for y. Okay. Then, once I've done that, I can solve for z. How am I going to solve for z? $12.25? Yep. So I get z squared equals, what's 3.75 times 12.25? Huh? Round it up. No, don't round it because it's a terminating, so keep all numbers. Good. Is that my answer? What do I do? Square root that, now round that answer to the nearest hundredth. What did you guys get? 6 point what? Good. And there's all three sides. Does this make sense, hopefully? This is a little confusing. If it's still confusing, like I said, make sure that you draw out maybe all three triangles to see what matches up and then match them up that way and set up your proportions just like we have in the past with similar triangles. Okay, so your homework tonight, you're not going to do a practice C out of your supplemental packet, so you're not going to have the Schoology in that, but you're going to have 2 Schoology assignments instead, okay? So 7.2 and 7.3 Schoology assignments, you have about 10, 11 minutes right now that I want you to get started on those. What you don't finish is homework.